Hey, what's up everybody? In order for me to upload videos at a faster pace, I'm gonna have to try out a few new things here on the channel. So what that means is, good or bad, you're gonna get to see more. Enan here from Droid Mania, and you're watching my favorite things about the Galaxy Note 8. So let's do this. They're not gonna be in any particular order. It's based purely on how I use the phone and my experiences. So keep that in mind. In the comments down below, even if you don't have a Galaxy Note 8, let me know what type of phone you do have and what's your favorite thing about it. First things first, the display. It's undeniable, so I gotta start there. Now I don't know about you, but when I purchase a phone, it's always about that display. For me right now, my phone pretty much replaces my laptop. I don't even have a tablet due to Samsung in the last few years. Secondly, and I said this before, for me, really it's about the media consumption. That's YouTube, Netflix, Amazon Instant Video, and more recently, DirectTv. So that being said, in my opinion, Samsung makes the best displays, hands down. Now when it comes to this next one, it is something that I've more recently started to use, and that's Samsung Pay. I'll admit right from the beginning that I was a little bit leery about using it, but I'll say that now that I have, it's super convenient, it's easy to use, and it just works. If you have a device that supports Samsung Pay and you're not using it, trust me, you are missing out. This next one is probably not meant to be on somebody's favorite list, but for me, it actually is. And that's being able to disable the BIXBY button. Why? When I first got my S8 and the S8 Plus, I can't tell you how many times I went to pick up my phone and then accidentally tapped that BIXBY button, and next thing you know, it's sitting on the screen. If you ask me, that button's in the wrong spot. Now that we actually have the ability to disable the button, of course, I shut it off. I don't use BIXBY anyway. For me, that's one of my favorite features. Now, I'm not one to constantly game on my phone, but I do from time to time. I mean, with this display, you have to. I like the fact that Samsung has not locked down the Note 8 like they did with the Galaxy S7. So if you've got a PS4 and you like to game on your phone, why not pair it up with a controller? For a long time, many of us have complained about the Samsung UI and TouchWiz. I know myself, I'm personally guilty of this. With the introduction of the Samsung theme store, I can now change my phone to whatever works for me and to my liking. And of course, the Galaxy Note 8 wouldn't be a Note if it didn't have the S Pen. I use the S Pen several times a week, if not daily. I like the fact that you can easily copy text that you wouldn't otherwise be able to without the S Pen. I like the fact that there's built-in integration with the Samsung apps. Now I know that this isn't a tips video, but if that's something that you're interested in, leave that in the comments down below and we can make that happen. When it comes to gestures, on my phone they're a must. The Note 8 has tons of gestures that it supports. I use them daily. For me, simple things like swiping down on my display to access the notifications tray, that's something that I need to do. I can't live without that. Being able to use the fingerprint scanner on the back and swipe down to get to notifications, it makes things pretty easy. I'm a simple person, and it's simple things that make my day, and this next one happens to be one of them. Just like most, at least in my mind, my phone is always within eyesight. With just a quick glance, I have easy access to the time, date, and my notifications. And these are all simple things for me, whether I'm working or relaxing. And lastly, I'll go with customization. I know that this one really applies to any Android phone, but on the Note 8, it's just so much better. Although I'll admit, lately I've been using the Samsung UI, and that's because it's gotten so much better. Plus, with a few tweaks, I've got almost all my Nova settings that matter most to me. And speaking of Nova Launcher, I'll just say that I'm working on a new setup for my Note 8, so stay tuned for that. In the meantime, while I figure out what I'm doing on my Note 8, I'll leave a couple of links down below where you can check out my other setup videos. Okay, so before I let you go, I do have a few updates. In the next few days, I'll have a video to follow up on the Essential phone. Yep, I did purchase another one and I'll explain why. In terms of my Pixel 2 XL, I did have to send that back for an exchange, so let me know down in the comments below if you guys want to see more here on this channel about that phone. I also did mention this before, even though I primarily cover Android on this channel, I will be covering the iPhone 8 Plus, as well as the 10 if I can get my hands on it. Lastly, I'll say that I do have a few more case reviews to get through, but you're going to see less of those on the channel because we've got a lot to get through by year's end. So if you're new here, go ahead and click that subscribe button, welcome to the channel, because we're still on a journey. If you like this video, let me know by clicking that thumbs up button, and as always, I'd like to thank you for watching, and I'll talk to you in my next one.